If your life was a dance move, what dance would it be? I think I'd be the Macarena because I'm not cool, but I am successful. What are we going to do with our bodies? What have we decided?
Burn it.
Burn it? Oh, that's a dark way of saying cremation. Burn it. You okay? Are you going to spread your ashes somewhere? Are you going to have someone do that? No? Nature? Okay, I like it. You keep it vague. Dealer's choice. Where should we spread mom? Outside. Fuck you. I honestly like that energy. I'm gonna get cremated. I'm gonna leave a note that says, if you don't know where, you never really loved me. Everyone's like, fuck. This person said, funniest hill to die on, for me, there is no freaking way Helen Keller did everything they claim she did. Are you serious?
You're sick. You're sick and you need help.
That's the fake news you're worried about? Does Helen Keller make you feel that bad about your own productivity?
She kind of does, though. I've got all my senses. Nobody's writing about me. You know what I mean? It's kind of impressive.
That was a crazy one.
I live in awe of whoever this sick freak is. Wherever you are, know that I'm going to think about you for the rest of my life.
I'm not even going to read the other ones. What's the fucking point?
No.
No one's going to beat Helen Keller was a fraud. Nothing makes me want kids more than seeing them at pumpkin patches. However, nothing makes me want kids less than seeing them at aquariums. Toddlers in overalls, adorable. Toddlers blocking my views of sea lions, infuriating.
That's so funny because I'll tell you, as a parent, you know who's kind of ruining pumpkin patches? Single women without kids. Because it's a lot of photo shoots at those right now.
We need Hinge photos that show that we're fun and seasonal. Older guys don't call you things like cute or hot. They call you things like stunning, gorgeous, shit with syllables. Things that would take a 20-something guy a little while to sound out. And older guys aren't like cute or hot either. You know, they're handsome, distinguished, like old pictures of your grandpa you shouldn't look at too long. You ever find one of those in an old dusty box? You're like, who is that? Oh, that's wrong. Okay. They're not your family in those pictures yet. They're just the past. It is a gray area. Oh, I'll get weirder. You ever see a picture of your parents when they were young and hot and you get like weirdly mad because you know they would have never dated you? I saw a picture of my dad in college football once. I didn't talk to him for 3 weeks. I'm like, you would have left me at a drive-in, you Danny Zuko piece of shit. He's like, what? I'm like, I can't hug you for a year, and I don't want to talk about it. You two met at work? What was your job?
Research scientist.
You're research scientists? What do you research? What? Groundwater? This is our show. I want to make decisions together. Groundwater feels like a dead end to everybody, right? Okay, we're gonna move on. No wonder you started fucking at work. Looking at groundwater all day. You're like, we gotta spice things up around here. Show me your dick, Kevin. Get your dick out. Were either of you somebody's boss? No, you were on the same level? Okay. I don't want to be a bitch. That is the least sexy we met at work story I've ever heard in my life. We were total equals. We were studying groundwater. We fell in love. Do you still work there? Okay. I was kidding. I think it sounds fun. What's your least favorite thing about her? Let's fucking lean in, guys. Yeah, you know what? If we're not gonna have a good show, we're gonna have a story. That's what we're gonna have. I'm kidding, but for real, what's your least favorite thing? About our it's your anniversary? Oh, perfect. What is it? Don't help him. Ooh, she'll wait to ask you to do stuff as you're going to bed. And not like fun stuff, right? Not like, hey, fuck me real quick before you fall asleep. Yeah. It's like, can you feed the cat? That's pretty good. That's good, because that's one that we can all get behind. It wasn't like a fucked up douchey one where he's like, her second toe's longer than the other ones. It was like an actual thing that we're like, she should work on that. All right, your turn. What's your least favorite thing about him? He's too handsome. I know, don't. Too lazy when you need to clean? Well, you're asking him at bedtime. So he's not lazy, he's sleepy. Does anybody have any dicey workplace romance situations?
Oh, I work in HR.
You work in HR? Okay, all right.
Well, when I worked for my previous...
You slept with the IT guy? When you worked in HR? Wait, shh, everyone be quiet. Okay, wait. You worked in HR,
Yes.
but you slept with the IT guy.
Yes.
Did you have to tell yourself you fucked the IT guy? Did you have to like send yourself an email and be like, Jared was great last night? Did you guys start dating, or was it just like a one-off?
It was like a situationship.
It was a situationship? Who does HR tell if they're involved in some drama?
We have HR for HR.
You have HR for HR. Oh, like when therapists see a therapist. So wait, when you weren't hooking up anymore, were you like, we should probably fire this guy? He fucked someone from HR. That's crazy. If he was like, I don't really want to date anymore, would you have been like, this was a test and you're fired?
I moved away.
You moved away. Oh, okay. That was classy of you. It's pretty good. They say you date people who are like your parents, but it's never your parents' good qualities, is it? I've never dated a guy who could sing. I've dated 3 that forgot my birthday, okay? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to ask this, but is women with mental health issues considered a type? I certainly hope so. My DMs are open, London. I'm not even that like mentally ill anymore because I have all my stuff figured out now.
No, you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I used to be so creative and nuts, and now I'm
You're
just...
so creative. You're crazy. Ah. That's you. Crazy girl.
That's you. New relationships are awkward because you got to tell a whole new person what you like in bed, and the only reason you know what you like in bed is because someone else did it to you first. But you can't say it like that, right? You got to do that cute little tap dance of like, oh, babe, you know what would be so fun? That's never even occurred to me before. You know what your body is inspiring me to do right now? But in your head, you're just like, do it like Craig. Could you just do it how Craig did it every time? Craig didn't do shit right. He did that right, let me tell you. Can we just call him? Can we just call him and ask? It's not a big deal. We're all adults here. Remember when we reset the Wi-Fi router last month? It's just like that, babe. He's just a voice on the phone with the password. That's all he is to me now. No, I did block his number when you asked me to. Of course I did. But when you block a number, your phone kind of just saves it in a different folder. Ooh, some of us are going to fight in the car. Not everybody knew that. Do you have any advice for these fucking amateurs in their first years of marriage? No pressure. You could save a life. Just say yes. That's a good husband right there. How about you, ma'am? I know, he just, like, I hate it when men do that. Don't you hate that? When they're like, just say yes. Nailed it. And then you have to say something real. Never go to bed mad. When the fuck do you sleep? Are you serious? Never go to bed mad. I wake up mad. I fall asleep. I fall asleep mad every night. I fall asleep to the sound of my own rage like it's a white noise machine, just like. Never go to bed mad. Okay, magnet from a gas station. Thanks so much. Other guys are just better. They're just better. You never have to ask them to buy Pepto-Bismol. They just have it in the house. They pull it out after dinner like a nightcap. Like, you want some pink juice, baby girl? You're like, yes, they would. Cheers. Older guys don't call you things like cute or hot. They call you things like stunning, gorgeous. Shit with syllables. Things that would take a 20-something guy a little while to sound out. And older guys aren't, like, cute or hot either. You know, they're handsome, distinguished, like old pictures of your grandpa you shouldn't look at too long. You ever find one of those in an old dusty box? You're like, who is that? Oh, that's wrong. Okay. They're not your family in those pictures yet. They're just the past. It is a gray area. I read too many of those signs he's cheating articles. Have you read those? They're all the same. Just like, oh, did he buy you flowers? He feels guilty. Oh, did he call you babe? He doesn't know your name. Was he nice to your family? He slept with your mom. And sometimes I think I'm ready. I see the posts. I feel the emptiness. Like, I want to be married. But then I eat bread and I feel so much better. Just needed some carbs. Almost ruined my life. Like, that was a close one. You think you need to get married? Just slam a sleeve of Ritz crackers first. Make sure that's not what you need. If that doesn't work, lie under some warm laundry for an hour. It feels like being loved unconditionally. If your exes wrote passive-aggressive Yelp reviews of your time dating them, what would be some of those review titles? I mean, that just depends on, like, what age I was, I guess. Like, which ex I had. Like, if I was, like, 20, it'd be, like, 1 star, unmedicated, no money. But then if it was, like, a few years ago, it might be, like, I don't know, 3 stars, pretty good. Fuck this up, quite frankly.
I feel like I'd get like a 2-star, big boobs, but she steals.
You win some, you lose some.
You got me.
I have to be honest, my career is going very well right now. This is the last night of the biggest tour I've ever done. I am filming my 3rd Netflix special tonight, and recently someone was using my name and photos on a dating app. It was me, I was doing it. Nobody wants anybody to have it all. It's why they keep putting out Marilyn Monroe documentaries where they're like, she's actually pretty sad, and we're like, yeah, she fucking was. If someone has their soulmate, you don't want them to have their dream job too. If someone has their dream job, they don't get to be in love on top of that. If someone has their dream job and their soulmate, bare minimum their parents better be divorced. I'd prefer they were an orphan. Did you guys know that some people feel their feelings privately? Have you guys heard about this compartmentalizing bullshit? Some people apparently have these polite little feelings that shuffle up to them during the day, tug on their sleeve, like, hello, excuse me. I need to be felt at some point whenever you get a chance. And you're like, oh my God, well, I'm at work right now. And you're like, oh my God, you're at work? I'm so sorry. Do you have time later? Well, I get off at 6. Okay, like 6:30? Do you have time to feel abandoned and worthless? Okay, 6:30 in the parking lot. It's a date. I love you so much. You're doing a great job at work. Bye. That's never happened to me once. Every feeling I have demands to be felt immediately. Every feeling I have demands its own parade. Every feeling I have just turns into that scene from Aladdin where he's pretending to be a prince. It's like, OMG, Taylor's hungry. This could get dicey. Needs a sandwich. Now she's a bitch. Take it from me. I'm online a lot. I'm so independent and busy as a woman. I don't have time to date. Cut to me on TikTok for 5 hours every night. I'm like, with what time would I fall in love? Guys my age, not that careful. I don't know if any of you have tried to get a 20-something dude from a dating app to wear a condom lately, but it's sort of like trying to convince a 5-year-old to put a jacket on over his Halloween costume. It's like, no, you're gonna ruin it. You can't even see it. If you want to believe that you can do anything in life, go on TikTok. There are teenage girls editing themselves into Harry Potter movies on TikTok. I mean, it's incredible. If that technology existed when I was 11, I would have lost my virginity even later. Have you tried to explain the concept of empathy to a tall, handsome white guy? That is a delicate conversation. You're like, okay, imagine that you're me, but I'm not. Okay. Hard to argue, touche. Imagine that you feel how I feel, but I don't. Okay. Imagine that you could feel how I feel. I never will. Okay. Imagine you're a basketball player. Okay. What else? I like this game. Fine. All right. So in this analogy, you're a basketball player. And you're a really great teammate. How about that? You love your team. You're loyal to your team. You do everything for your team. And your team is not noticing. Your team is not appreciating you for all you do, for the MVP that you are. And this week, your team forgot your birthday. Now, how does that make you feel? That sucks. Yes. Try and get a hot guy to empathize is like trying to get a woman to come. They're like, nobody move! We're so close. It's a car alarm. It's a car alarm. Stay focused, please. Work so hard. It's scary to just say you're bisexual because then someone's always like, you fucking prove it. Here's a picture of Margot Robbie. Are you wet? Let me feel. Like everyone's real aggressive about it. It's weird. You gotta like prove it to people. But I was asking my friend about it and she goes, well, obviously sexuality is a spectrum. She watched Euphoria too. But she goes, I know that I'm super straight because I could not go down on another girl. I think that's gross. And I was like, okay. Let's think about this, Taylor. Why are you not going down on a girl right now? Is it because it's gross to you? And I was like, no, it's not that it's gross to me. It's that I really don't want to be bad at something as an adult, okay? My brother is trans, my sisters are gay, and I identify as afraid. I am so afraid of failure. I can't even stick with new hobbies as an adult. How the fuck am I supposed to get good at... Getting good at going down on women to me would be like learning how to play the piano. I would love to have that skill. I would love to bust that shit out at parties, impress everyone. But I don't have the time or humility to sit down and learn new fingerings. I don't have it. I get halfway through Jingle Bells, I'm like, fuck, I suck. I should have started at 12. I'll never catch up. I already know how to play the clarinet. It is not my passion, but I have the respect of my peers. I have many years of experience under my belt, under someone's belt, under some belt. And when I was a kid, I didn't know there was another option. When I was a kid, they were like, you're a girl, you play clarinet. And I was like, what about piano? Could I play piano if I want? And they're like, sure, you can play piano. If you want to go to fucking hell. I had a friend try to convince me of this argument. She goes, you have to try it, Taylor. There is nothing more empowering than just like banging a guy and leaving. I'm like, yeah, there is. Have you ever made a dude's mom love you more than him? That is power. I still talk to Sheila. I'm an amazing girlfriend if nothing goes wrong. If one thing goes wrong, it's a nightmare. Like, I'm like those spikes you drive over when you're returning a rental car. As long as we keep moving forward, everything's great. Have a nice day, bud. But if you back up even a little, I will slash all your tires. And you're like, that seemed excessive. And I'm like, what? I was an old soul, which is what adults call you when they don't want to say loser in front of your parents. Yeah. That's what that means. If you don't know if you were a loser in middle school, let me help you out. You can tell if you were based on how you react to one key phrase. That phrase is, all right, for this next exercise, we're gonna partner up. Ooh, a couple people felt it. Yeah, did your heart skip a beat and your stomach tighten? Maybe you peed a little bit? You were a loser, and I'm sorry you had to build your volcano alone. If you're sitting there like, I have no idea what you're talking about, I have beautiful, perfect Polly Pocket hair. Congratulations, prom queen. We all hate you. I I'm cute or whatever now, but I was an ugly kid with honest parents, and that shit stays in your bones, all right? If you are an ugly kid with honest parents, I don't care how attractive you grow up to be. At any point, if someone's like, you look really nice today, you're like, yeah, whatever, I know the goddamn truth. When I was 10, I said, Dad, am I pretty? And his response was, look. I'm not the best looking guy, right? No, but I wake up every morning and I try. I take a shower, I put on a nice suit, and I do okay. And then he went to work. And I became a comedian, I guess. That was his response to his 10-year-old daughter. Just like, you and me, potato face, these are the cards we were dealt. Get clean and match, that's all you can do. Don't sleep on wet hair, can't do that. Maybe wear a hat sometimes, cover up some of that head. I'm sorry, there's so much of it. I think I'm pretty. I have a big head. I know I do, because every guy I've ever dated has made a point to be like, I love your big head. That's my favorite thing guys do when they compliment the thing you hate most about yourself. They're like, I love your soft arms. You're like, okay. Yeah? I love your weird balls. How does it feel? How does it feel to be accepted? What are we going to do with our bodies? What have we decided?
Burn it.
Burn it? Oh, that's a dark way of saying cremation. Burn it. You okay? Are you going to spread your ashes somewhere? Are you going to have someone do that? No? Nature? Okay, I like it. You keep it vague. Dealer's choice. Where should we spread Mom? Outside. Fuck you. I honestly like that energy. I'm gonna get cremated. I'm gonna leave a note that says, if you don't know where, you never really loved me. Everyone's like, fuck. What do you think the secret to confidence is?
Positivity.
Positivity? You said every T. You reminded me. You reminded me how many T's were in that word. I was like, oh, I know I have low self-esteem because I'm just skipping letters. Positivity. Okay. All right, Mary Poppins. Anyone else think they're really confident? Yeah? Yeah? What do you think the secret is? You can't say positivity.
Not giving a fuck what other people think.
Not giving a fuck what other people think. Yeah, 2 people are like, hell yeah. And everybody else is like, that's kind of my whole thing. Giving a fuck. I give every fuck. I give the fuck he doesn't give. I'm not one to waste a fuck, all right? I'll give it to you. I'll give it to anyone who asks. Can I get you a fuck? I have so many to give. That was less of a joke and more of a Dr. Seuss book. I saw a girl on TikTok who said that if you start dating a guy, you should not tell him how you've been hurt in the past by other people, because all he hears is, oh, I can hurt her like that. Yeah. And I'm like, are dudes really thinking that way? Are guys honestly like, okay, so you got cheated on? Okay, but you're fine now. Which means I could, and you'd probably be. I'm just saying, they say God never gives you more than you can handle. Neither does Dylan. I asked him on our first date, I was like, has anything terrible ever happened to you? And he thought about it for a minute. He's like, you know that face white guys make where they're like, oh, I guess it has been pretty good. Like the whole time, hot dog, thanks Jesus. Like they're just stoked. And after a minute, he goes, honestly, no. And I was like, oh my God, because now I have to be the terrible thing that happens to him. Became a Christian as an adult? Interesting. just like high level of difficulty. Finding faith as a grown-up. How long have you been a Christian? A year. Oh, you're like brand new. It's your anniversary. You don't remember? You don't remember like the day? Usually adult Christians remember the day because they like had a meltdown. No? What? You like the music? Nobody has ever become a Christian because of the music, just so you know. That has never, ever happened. Nobody's ever been like, why did you decide to dedicate your life to Jesus Christ? And they were like, have you heard Stephen Curtis Chapman? Because that guy rocks. I'm so glad I know that I'm bipolar now. I mean, I have the right meds, I got a mood ring, I'm handling it. But when I first found out, it was a very tough pill to swallow, and I've swallowed a lot of pills. Because when you first find out something like that, you're like, oh man, am I gonna tell anybody? Should I tell anybody? And if I do tell people, am I hot and or talented enough to be an inspiration? Like if I have a thing and someone else has that thing and they find out I have it too, are they gonna feel good or bad with that information? Because when I got diagnosed, they started listing names. They were like, you know who else is bipolar? Selena Gomez. And I was like, that does make me feel better. She is very pretty. Okay, I'll be bipolar. He and I broke up because he cheated on me in my head, and I could not. Sorry, if you loved me, you wouldn't even do it up here. Like, you wouldn't even put yourself in that situation. I wish I was more fun. I wish I like partied more. I don't drink, but I have decorated a Christmas tree alone, so I understand why people do. That's how you know your best friends met the one, by the way, when you can no longer get them on the phone alone ever again. You call them late at night crying halfway through the call. They're like, by the way, you don't care that Todd's been here the whole time, right? And you're like, oh my God, no, I actually called to see if Todd thinks I have a yeast infection. So glad Todd is available. And don't get me wrong, I love my best friend's fiance. I think he's an amazing guy. If he died, would a little part of me be like, sleepover? Of course. It does grow you up very quickly, losing a parent that young. I mean, I saw a dead body when I was 8, which means I saw a dead body years before I saw a dick. And that is not the order this shit should go in, according to the American Girl Body Book. Although maybe it should be, because you know what's crazy? A dick, way more traumatizing than your dead mom. Oh my God, it's so much worse. I saw my mom, I was like, that lady used to make me snacks, now she's very still. I saw a dick for the first time, I was like, oh my God, who took Jabba the Hutt's eyes? You have done nothing for me. No, I didn't say Beetlejuice even one time. Nothing will make you more grateful to be single than watching your friend go through a devastating breakup. That's messed up to say, but it's the truth. I have a friend just went through a breakup, still follows her ex on social media because they're trying to be mature and evolved. Rookie mistake. Her ex just posted a photo of him and his new girlfriend, who is a model. I know, don't worry, we all called her. We're like, hey, how's it going? Have you been online today? Because we were thinking maybe doing like a no screens day. We were thinking maybe we just power down, get a quilt, find a field, maybe crack the Bible open one more time. I don't know. She's like, I already saw it. We're like, oh, we're too late. Okay, are you okay? She's like, no, honestly, I wish he was just like dating a man instead. And we're like, oh, you are so problematic, Trish. Why? Why would that be better for you if he was just dating a man instead? She goes, no, listen, because then if he dumped me for a man, it would be like, well, okay, then he just wanted something that I could never be. And we were like, well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of... No, we think you're so pretty, babe, but like a model? Like that's kind of like a different, like look around, don't you think if you were a model, we'd all be models? But this isn't Model Squad, this is Personality Squad. Like this is a different team you're on. When you get there and you're like, is everything okay? Oh, was that a vacuum? That's so funny. That's hilarious. I was like, I've never been heckled by a vacuum. As a single childless woman, I don't appreciate it. In 10 minutes, I'm like, what is that noise? Is that someone washing dishes and baking pie?
Love your outfit, by the way. Those pants are awesome.
Thank you so much. This feels like a weird dream I had when I was 12, where I'm like, I was on Kelly Clarkson's talk show, and there were people there, but they were on screens, and like, I don't know, and she watched me do stand-up. It was weird. Like, I listened to your albums obsessively when I was a kid. Like, I used to listen to you, like, on a Walkman.
Oh, I had a Discman, girl.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
I mean, I got an iPod.
Wait, I'm like a decade older than you. You had a Discman?
I did, well, my parents didn't get me an iPod until much later because they like wanted me to be a good person or something. Didn't make me super popular, but I do have a sense of humor.
But it built character.
It did. I mean, Breakaway came out like right as I got my period. So
Oh
you
my
are
gosh.
very important to me.
Angst was, you were ready for the angst.
Yeah,
at
you
that
were
age.
like
Yes.
the soundtrack to my menstruation.
Oh my God.
Can I ask you a question? How do you want to die?
Like, on a roller coaster? Like, if it was fun?
You want to die on a roller coaster? Like Final Destination?
No, having fun!
You want to die on a roller coaster having fun?
Age and all day. It was
You want to die at an old age on a roller coaster having fun. Are you single? No? You're engaged?
Yes.
That's incredible because your standards are so high. You're like, I want to be old, I want to be having fun, and I don't want to see it coming. Wow. Okay, how do you think you're going to die?
I'm not a good driver.
That was so real. That was so real. How do you want to die? On a roller coaster. How are you going to die? Oh, on the highway. Absolutely. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about it on stage, and then I needed new material, and I was like, fire sale, everything goes. No, truthfully, I was surprised that I felt so bad about it, because I think I'm pretty open-minded, and I don't think anybody should feel bad if they get diagnosed with a mental illness, because it's just information about you that helps you know how to take better care of yourself. Yeah. Being bipolar, there's nothing wrong with it. Being bipolar is like not knowing how to swim. It might be embarrassing to tell people, and it might be hard to take you certain places. But they have arm floaties. And if you just take your arm floaties, you can go wherever the hell you want. And I know some of you are like, but Taylor, what if people judge me for taking arm floaties? Well, those people don't care if you live or die. So maybe who cares? Maybe fuck those people a little. I don't know. That being said, you have to take your arm floaties. Because it's not cool to know you can't swim, go to the public pool anyway, and jump into the deep end, making it everyone else's problem. And you're thrashing around going, I'm good. They're like, you're literally drowning. And then someone nice and handsome jumps in to help you, and you're like, see, I'm fine, I can totally swim. And they're like, no, you're holding him underwater. You turned Kevin into an arm floaty. And that's not a fair relationship for Kevin. Then someone floats by you on their back, and you're like, what was that? And they're like, oh, that's someone whose parents supported them in the pool. Until they could be trusted not to die. Here are your arm floaties. I talked to a guy who told me on Tinder, his opening line, no matter who it was, so, do you like sunrises or sunsets? That's me choking on his dick, because that's a great line. I mean, it's poetry. That's a haiku, I think. Check my math, but... Like, I'm what they call subjectively hot. Not everybody's cup of tea, but someone's gonna slurp from this hose. Know what I'm saying? Like, we are fine. With the right lighting and Bible verse on eHarmony, please, we're good. We are fine. But I've never been like a hot chick, and I have a lot of resentment towards women who have always been hot their whole lives. Like, I think they get too much handed to them. Like, I watch horror movies because they're the only place hot chicks are treated poorly. I'm like, run for your life, Jenny. You should have invited us all to the pool party. His name's not Jason, it's Karma. Run! Dating is so awkward, especially dating apps. A dating app date is not a blind date, but it is a nearsighted one, you know? The first date's easy. You get dinner, drinks, that's basic. But then they're like, this was fun. We should hang out again. What should we do? And you're like, well, shit, I'm not a person with hobbies or interests. I'm basically just a stack of frightened possums in a trench coat right now, doing an impression of someone I saw on the street 8 years ago. So then you gotta go home and get online like a loser, like Date Ideas 2023. We could bowl. You ever drive past a bowling alley? Like, at least stay open. Second dates, that's how. We could bowl or mini golf. Is laser tag a real thing? You're just doing shit church youth groups do? When they're trying not to touch each other? Just lace up those bowling shoes, my man. You're either gonna commit to me or Christ tonight. Can't finger these holes, you can finger those. Pick your ball. Pick your ball.
Dad's a bong.
Your dad's a what?
A bong.
A bong? Oh, your dad's ashes are in a bong?
Well, they are made into a bong.
They were made into a bong?
Yeah.
God, we are in Portland, aren't we? If you had put me in this room right now, and we're like, we won't tell you. If you had put a sack over my head, put me in a big suitcase, driven me around for 3 days, put me on this stage, and been like, guess where you are? And I had heard they turned my dad's ashes into a bong, I'd be like, Portland, Oregon. Was your dad a big weed guy?
He was a stoner my whole life, and I never got high with him because I didn't do drugs until I was 29. I died when I was 23. I never got to smoke with my dad, so I turned him into a bong. So I could smoke with my dad.
Again, if you don't like this story, you've had it too good. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my life. That's a fucking... I had a guy on OkCupid send me an emoji as an opening line. Not a cute one, not like a heart or a kissy face or even an eggplant, which is gross, but I get it. He sent me one of these. And I responded, so I was like, I gotta make sure this guy doesn't hurt anybody. So I wrote back and I said, does this work for you? Do people respond because they're confused? Are you negging me? What's happening here? And he goes, well, the way a woman responds to the emoji tells me a lot about her character. And I said, all right, Detective Douche Rocket. What does my response tell you about my character? And he goes, well, it tells me you're really transparent, honesty's super important to you, and you have trouble trusting people. That emoji works. Must have been like... You know what? They got it after one ring, and I think that's impressive. Look, when people's phones ring, I never want to pick on them, because if my phone was ever not on silent, I would kill myself. If my phone ever made noise, they've suffered enough, I promise you. Whatever just happened for them internally, so much worse than anything I could do to them publicly. I really feel that way. That rang out loud. We all got nostalgic for a moment for landlines, didn't we? Who picks that as their ringer? All right, I'm sorry. I said I wouldn't say anything. But you know you can pick songs and stuff now. Now I'm just concerned. I'm looking everywhere because I don't know who it was, but I need whoever it was to know. You could put fucking Smash Mouth on there. You don't have to do the blah, 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 like we don't have to. This isn't 1962. We can have fun with it. I hung out with some girls my own age last week, one of whom told me she's writing a memoir at 23. Yeah. I'm like, maybe start with a pamphlet. I don't know. Yeah, if you're writing a memoir in your 20s, you had better have been murdered. Like, Unless you are murdered or you're that chick who got her arm bitten off by the shark and kept surfing, no memoir. You have to earn your autobiography. I think it's important to hang out with your married friends if you are the single friend. You play an important role in their lives. I love to third wheel it with my married friends. Go out to dinner, see a movie, because I love that moment when they walk up to meet me in front of the restaurant and I can tell that they've been fighting in the car. Married people think you hide it so well. You're just like, let's just table it till later. Let's just table it till later and have a nice evening. And then come in real sweaty like, hey, it's good to see you. Glad we're finally doing this. Did they bring bread? They should have brought bread. The bread should have beat us here. Hey, can we get some bread, please? Can we get something to do with our hands other than attack each other, please? How are you? Tell us about you. Don't make me look at her. Don't make me look at her. And that's when you, as a single friend, get to tell your married friends all about dating nowadays. You get to tell them about the ghosting and the catfishing and the deep fake AI porn. And you know they get back in the car a few hours later like, I don't say this enough, but I'm grateful for you. Hang out with your married friends. Go to their barbecue. I'd love to come. What can I bring? Ice, dessert, perspective. The weirdest thing I wasn't allowed to do because I was religious, I was not allowed to use tampons because it counted as penetration. I have heard this one, and that's just really? Tampons are so much more useful than men. It's completely different. A tampon is helping you, you know. A man is taking from you. You have anything to add on the tampon one? Yeah.
Man. I mean, there's more of them in my house than your house, so.
That's true.
Yeah, I buy way more tampons than you. Well, a couple of them are pads, but.
We get it. You're a good dad. I was very nervous to tell friends of mine I was bipolar because I thought they would think of me differently. And then I told all my friends, and nobody did. And it was actually pretty insulting. Because I've had friends tell me they were bipolar, and I was like, what? You? You're kidding. And then I told my friends, and they were like, that checks out. That connects a lot of dots for us. I told Dustin, one of my best friends in the whole world, and he goes, yeah, your mental illness was kind of like your middle name. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that you had one. I've been thinking a lot about what I want and need in a partner because I travel all the time. I have a weird job where I work at night. If I want to have a family, what I need is a stay-at-home dad. The problem is, I don't want someone who, like, plans to be a stay-at-home dad. You know those guys who are like, I'd love to be a stay-at-home dad. You just like sit on the floor, smoke weed, eat crumbs. That guy sucks. That guy watches your water break and asks you for a ride to the hospital. The only upside to marrying that dude is he'll never leave the baby in a hot car because he doesn't have one. I need a guy with goals and drive and ambition, and I need him to give all that up to support mine. I need to find a winner and destroy him. I want to say, this is my husband. He used to do this. And I can feel some people pulling back like, oh, Taylor, he's going to resent you. I know. I'm kind of into that. I'm super into it. Because I've dated dudes that don't make as much money as me. Almost exclusively. What up? And one of them really hated it. It made him feel embarrassed and emasculated. And it was, oh, so hot. Oh my God, I'm like, come here, baby girl, we'll role play. You can be the breadwinner tonight. How does that sound? Yeah, you go right back to making pancakes in the morning. Don't get cocky just because daddy lent you some pants. The first time I had sex was on my wedding night. I was 24 and it was the heaviest day of my period. We were at the Marriott in Pasadena. White bedding, white lingerie, white bathroom towels, and me, red all over. I asked him if he wanted to wait until I was off my period, but he said, we already waited this long. I orgasmed once in the 5 years we were married. I am now divorced.
I want to sell that to A24 as a horror movie.
I
know. You could literally call it The Red Wedding. It's a period piece. It's good. Thank you.
Coming this fall, you're not. The craziest thing that happened is my mom died of cancer. See? You almost forgot. And then my dad got remarried, and then our stepmom got cancer. She's fine, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you twice. That's God talking to my dad. And as soon as our stepmom got it, me and my siblings were like, holy shit. Is Dad giving people cancer? We thought he was a carcinogen. We were like, don't microwave anything for him. I think that's how he's doing it. If he had taken down a second one, we would have put a warning on his Christian Mingle account. Like bare minimum, just like, hey, chemicals in here have been known to cause cancer. Ride at your own risk. I feel like some people don't believe me that she's alive. She's completely fine, you guys. She's happy, healthy, great lady. We actually call my stepmom Mom because when my dad married her, nobody was using it. So we were like, yeah, be Mom, who cares? Oh, I'm sorry. If your principal quit and you got a new principal, they wouldn't be like, this is Lisa. Like, let her be principal. There's an opening. Also, we were so young when it happened and my dad got remarried so fast, I think he was kind of hoping he could just like Indiana Jones, switch him out before anybody noticed. You know when you're a kid and your hamster dies and your parents don't want to explain death to you, so they just buy you a new one that looks the same and they're like, no, that's Connie, she just bites now. That's kind of what he did. But with moms. You guys seem really happy. It's like, what? You're holding hands. Like, it's... Oh my God, that's how you know someone's really happy too, when you go, what's the secret to a happy marriage? And they just go, just laugh a lot, and you're like, help me! I know you know! A lot of sex? Now you're bragging. Get specific, what kind of sex? You're so happy, I'm like, how do you give a blowjob? Like, that's how happy they are. What do you think the biggest thing that you guys have fought about over the course of your relationship is? Like a topic.
My health and my doctors, because I've been very, very sick and he's fought for me.
That's not a fight. Fuck you, man. I said, what's been the biggest issue that you fought about? And you said, he's fought all my doctors. He has been my biggest advocate through sickness and in health. And I'm like, no, bitch. Why are you mad at each other? Are you guys even together, or were you just sitting here to fuck with me? I got into a fight with my partner because he didn't want to have sex at the exact moment I did, which was in the dead of night when he was asleep. I woke him up to fight about it. That's so nuts to wake a guy. And look, I've done it too. Why doesn't your lust for me overwhelm you? Why doesn't it keep you awake how much you want me?
That's one of those things that like a young guy would be like, hell yeah. And as you get older, you're like, 8 hours is tough to come by.
Yeah. Like, hey, my lower back is gonna hurt tomorrow.
It's so funny how those changes where you're like, yeah, I was thinking about this recently, like when you're young, it's like, dude, that'd be like so hot to like have sex in the shower. And now I'm like, what would be great is if I just had that warm water on my lower back in the shower. Like if my wife came in, I'd be like, get out of here, I'm busy. I'm having a moment.
I don't really want to have sex in the shower, but could you just sit on the toilet and compliment me while I'm in there? That would feel great. I knew that I was getting super healthy when I started talking to my therapist at the end of sessions the way fuckboys talk to you at the end of dates. Where she's like, so when am I gonna see you again? And I was like, next week's like super crazy for me. Can I just text you and let you know? And she's like, well, let's just get something on the books and we can change it later if you need to. And I'm like, I just don't want to disrespect your time like that. she's like, okay, but to be clear, you do want to see me again, right? I'm like, of course I want to see you again. Are you serious? You're amazing. You're like awesome. Of course I want to see you. I will text you for sure. And then I don't until like 3 weeks later when I'm like, hey, I got sad. Are you around? People get upset when I complain about being young. I had a woman come up to me after a show furious. She's like, you should really appreciate this time of your life because someday you're going to have a family like me and you're really going to miss it. I'm like, where are your kids buried? Holy shit. I'm just trying to get to my car, ghost of Christmas future. I don't mean to shit on straight guys. You're very sweet. I've dated a lot of you, but oh my God, you are so proud of yourselves for almost nothing in a relationship. It is impressive to watch. Honestly, a straight man will put a candle in his bathroom and be like, I changed my whole life for you. And you're like, you didn't even light it, man. It kind of smells like lavender if you get down real close. I'd trade this candle for a slice of empathy, if I'm being honest with you. I just don't want to be somebody who has kids before I'm ready to have them. I have a friend who told me in the next year, she either wants to get a dog or have a baby. I'm like, if you think those are the same thing, you are not ready for either one. A dog or a baby? That's like saying, yeah, I'm either gonna get a skateboard or my pilot's license. It's whatever I have time for. It is insane to me how easy it is to have and keep a baby. Like, if you get your appendix removed, they won't let you take it home. But if you have a baby, they're just like, here, you drop this. And you know there are days at the hospital, nurses look at each other like, are we gonna let this happen? They both have neck tattoos. One says fuck, one says babies. Either way they stand, it's bad news. Really? This is fine. This is fine with you. What were you gonna name her? Big Red after your truck. Yeah, we gotta do something. If you want to adopt a kid, you have to jump through so many hoops, but if you just have one, they're like, that's yours forever. No questions asked? That's insane. There's no exit interview on the way out of the hospital to make sure you're okay. Just like, hey, before we hand you a baby forever, can you put this metal bowl in the microwave for me? Some of us not clapping, I encourage you to go home and try that. Nobody tell them. I made the mistake of babysitting after I broke off my engagement, and that is not the time to be caring for someone with hope. I was so nervous. I'm always nervous to babysit. I don't want to ruin her life, because that's her parents' job. And so I just put on a Disney movie, and I hid in the kitchen, and I thought, we'll get through these 4 hours together. Halfway through the Disney movie, this little girl, she's 6 years old, she comes running up to me in the kitchen and she goes, Taylor, what does being in love feel like? And it's tough, you know, because how do you even begin to explain love to a child that young? How do you even begin to explain romance and courtship? You know, it's complicated. There's an app and you gotta download it and swipe. There's a whole resume you have to fill out, take a picture from up here, Facetune it. That's another app, okay? But I didn't want to lie to her, and I wanted to relate it to something she would have understood, something that she would have experienced in her young life. So I thought about it, and I said, being in love is sort of like, okay, do you remember when you got lost at the grocery store? That was scary, right? But then do you remember how you felt when you finally found your mom? How safe and happy and relieved you were? And how you ran up to her and you grabbed her leg? And then you looked up and it wasn't your mom? That's kind of what it's like out here, yeah. You think you know somebody, turns out it's just some stranger with your mom's knees. Trust no one, swipe left. Okay, so you met at church, you've been dating for 6 months. Are you waiting until marriage to have sex? You are.
Whoa.
I'm glad someone said it. Are you guys, can you do other stuff, or? You can't, oh. fucking love you. She goes, sorry, if you're not religious, I'm sorry if this doesn't resonate with you. I grew up in church, so it was like, that was the whole, they really give a shit. Like, they care so much, it's weird as an adult now to think back, or they were like, hey, don't fuck anybody. You're like, I'm 9. Let me just dog-ear this page, I'm in the middle of Aragon.
I went to their wedding. I'm so glad I did. I learned a lot. If you're single, go to as many weddings as possible so you can walk around just like, okay, not this. We watched her walk down the aisle for what felt like 45 minutes to an hour. Oh my God. These 20-something brides are really milking that walk. Just like... It's like, you're a Bigfoot, speed it up, we have lives. I swear, when I get married,
I'm gonna jog a little bit down the aisle like I've been in a crosswalk too long. Just like, yeah, I see the numbers going down. I'm gonna have you out of here in 9 seconds.
I have very bad nightmares. Does anyone have nightmares in here? Yeah. Do you have the same one or different all the time?
I would say the same one.
The same one? What is it?
That I'm stuck in high school, but I have both a bachelor's and master's degree.
You watch too much Twilight. That's what it is. Stuck in high school. Is that why you're wearing your college shirt? You're like, do you sleep in that? You're like, fuck you, brain. I'm in college for real. So you wake up and you're like, oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I have a meal plan. Everything's fine. Does anyone else have like a recurring nightmare? You do? What is it?
I'm always late to work.
You're always late to work? Okay. Are these what nightmares are in Indiana? I'm stuck in high school. I'm late for work, gosh darn it. I'm like, all my family's dead. That's my recurring one. I'm being attacked by a panther. No one has those. I have a hard time believing you wake up in a cold sweat. They're like, what is it, honey? You're like, work started at 8 and it's 8:30. I'm just getting a glass of water.
I'm not good at dating because I'm not fun. I'm not like a fun person. You can probably tell that by now. For example, this is my impression of a fun person. This is what I think fun looks like your creepy uncle trying to corner you at Christmas. Like, you're so big now, let's dance. I look like something outside a car sale, but it's just very depressed. Just like, yeah, we got Subarus in there. I don't know, I took a bunch of pills. Like, I've never been fun. I've never been the life of the party. At best, I'm the faint pulse of a potluck. Like, that's all I've been able to achieve. I don't drink, I don't do drugs. I did start using weed this last year. You can tell because I said, thank you. You can tell because I say using like it's PowerPoint. Wow, I suck. I started taking edibles at night because I was having trouble sleeping. Some of my friends got too excited at first. They're like, oh, now we can get high and go see Spider-Man. And I was like, oh, no, I only do that at night-night. And they're like, wow, you ruined weed, too. How did you do that?
I have 3 younger siblings. They are all Gen Z. They're all queer. They're all in serious relationships. And they are all so disappointed in me. Every time I start dating another straight white guy. They're like, come on, Taylor, fuck the patriarchy. I'm like, you guys, I'm literally fucking the patriarchy. Do you know how hard it is to continue dating straight men when you are surrounded by 3 queer relationships up close? Queer relationships are the most beautiful, thoughtful, creative things I've ever seen in my life. My sister and her partner are in a romance novel. Every time I talk to them, I'm like, hey, I know you had a hard week at work. You doing okay? And she's like, yeah, I did. So to cheer me up, my partner got me my favorite snack in a limited edition flavor. They got me a little vial of sand from the beach we went to on our first date. And you know how I always wanted an easy bake oven growing up and never got it? They found one on eBay. I'm like, oh my God, are they cheating on you? She's like, what? No, they just listen to me when I talk and remember things I say. And I'm like, what? No, go through their phone. This shit stinks. Go through their phone, trust me. She's like, okay, how are you and your boyfriend doing, Taylor? I'm like, oh, we're good. My boyfriend bought me a hot dog because he wanted one, and I was there too. You had to be there. It was so romantic. He was like, what? Sorry, too, I guess. You said I love you already?
I did once.
You did once? Girl. You did once and he what? It was a little sudden? Okay, so he didn't say it back? When did you say I love you?
Like a month and a half.
A month and a half in. Oh. No, that's okay. Here's the thing. That's usually when people say I love you, right? Like 6 weeks in, people say that, right? 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 And then he just didn't ever, and you just never said it again? And you're still dating this person? I mean, do you love him? Like you still do? You're just like, oh, we'll just like keep it to ourselves? Are all your friends here? How many of your friends are here? 7 friends? Wait. You're telling me that you have 7 friends as an adult. How old are you?
28.
You're 28. You somehow have 7 friends. That's unheard of. You're 28. You have 7 friends that all came out with you at the same time. Is it your birthday? No. You have 7 friends that will come hang out with you in a public place with no occasion. And you told a man that you loved him, and he was like, Guys, what are you doing? Y'all are bad friends. This is an insane situation. You know how I know? I'm working right now, and I'm being a better friend to her than you. Like, this is a great coming out story. I told my very homophobic hillbilly father I was queer, and he freaked and said some truly heinous shit. The day after, he took me on a drive deeper into the mountains than I've ever been. We stopped at a little farm, and I was convinced he was taking me to a conversion camp. Instead, he got me a goat as an apology.
That's wild.
Don't you wish your hateful dad would buy you a goat? Like, you're my kid, and now this is your kid. Well, my kid.
Unless he was like, I'd rather you fuck this goat than be gay.
Oh my God.
Sorry, that was so gross.
No, I loved it.